First, the top news headlines. Portfolios allocated to 5 new ministers in Manipur. United Committee Manipur appeals for calm after Aimol village violent clash. Pastor bitten to death by NSCN IM Kader claims wife. And bank staffers in None test positive for novel coronavirus. Very good evening and welcome to Times of Manipur. This is SURAJ Tabam giving you the news. Now the news in detail. In Manipur, portfolios of 5 newly inducted ministers have been allocated today. Manipur Chief Secretary Rajesh Kumar informed that Education, Fisheries and Kada have been allocated to Lamsang Constituency MLA S. Rajan, Tribal Affairs and Hills, Transport and GAD to Thanlon Constituency MLA Wungzagin Walte, Oinam Lukhoi of Wangoi Constituency gets Agriculture, Veterinary and Animal Husbandry and Tourism portfolios, and Yai School MLA T.H. Satyabrata gets Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, Law and Legislative Affairs, Labour and Employment. On the other hand, Mahut Social Welfare and Cooperation portfolio have been allocated to Okram Henry of Wangkai constituency. In another development, former MLAs P. Brozen Singh and Ngamthang Haokip have been appointed as advisors to Manipur Chief Minister Nongthombam Biren. Special Secretary Cabinet Government of Manipur and Jaffrey informed this through a release today. The United Committee Manipur UCM today appealed for calm following a violent clash between Aimol Chingnungkhut and Aimol Khunjai villages in Tengnopal district over a land dispute yesterday. A village pastor died and around 20 people were injured in the incident. UCM in a statement also appealed to the Manipur government and the police to take up extra security measures to prevent further violence in the area. UCM Information and Public Relations Secretary B.M. Yaima urged both the villages to maintain calm and handle the situation sensibly. UCM also called on the state government to formulate a policy to check frequent land dispute in Manipur. Wife of the deceased pastor Dia Levon claimed that her husband died after being severely beaten up by Aimol Khunyai Alim alias Korosong, a member of NSCN IM from Aimol Khunyai. Dia Levon said that her husband Thangzalal Aimol was trying to defuse the situation. Thangzalal lost consciousness after Korosong attacked him with a club. He succumbed to his injuries on the way to hospital. Dia Levon demanded justice for her husband. Speaking to media, Aimol Chingnungkhut village chief L. Lainei Chung said that youngsters from both the villages have been playing at the ground for many years. The village authority talked to the Tengnopal DC after Khunyai tried to erect a monolith there. He said the playground does not belong to any village but the government.
Masi government ge lam niko asige lam se masi grown se ani na khat na bane nung jungani ha jungono government ge school lam ne masi jungba yade
adu jarabati na khoina Habiu, saya pibiu, masih aisi hak paradi, hak ladi, aigi punya pen gini, aigi ibasi paso nih kari sukang dam nih, iso ngonda masih ko sabab tau nih.
On the other hand, Aimol Khunyai village chief L. Rangnei Chung expressed displeasure over Aimol violent incident. Speaking to media, Rangnei Chung said that the village authority had decided to erect a monolith near the playground on September 25th, commemorating 118 years of settlement at Aimol Khunyai. He alleged that the former SDO and a man working at the Home Department instigated yesterday's incident. He said that the youth of Kunyai had gone to the playground to play when the residents of Chingmung could stop them from entering the ground, triggering a violent scuffle. The village chief urged the state government to bring an amicable solution to the deadlock for peaceful coexistence between the two villages.
Sapil pada khaidok patisida boundary muk siami. Kunjai nasi tinghun nasi. Haida boundary si government na khaidi re pada pi pada ko. Madugi boundary si haikak bok pilo khong haida na tu ising puna ba laug ising puna ba si khong omalai. Khong si asum thangma makai sina kunjai gi asum bangma dana tinghut ki. Adu chingma khai si tinghut ki tare tampa ki sina kunjai ki tare. Maduda ekhoi gi na khoi gi haida government na pi khara ba lamni asing ba rai pai raga ekhoi gi lamni haida mafam si le nungjong gi haida ba ko. Makhoi mafam da khoi nungjong gi haida de.
Meanwhile, Molnoi Area Welfare Council has expressed dismay over the IMOL violence wherein a pastor lost his life. In a press release, WAMC Chairman Lunmang Haukip condoled the death of the pastor. He also urged the leaders of both the villages to bring an amicable solution to the impasse. One staffer of Manipur Development Financial Investment MDFI None branch and some staffers of Manipur Rural Bank None branch have tested positive for COVID-19 today. Chief Medical Officer None District Dr. Edwin Golme has asked all the staff members of Manipur Rural Bank, None and all individuals who visited the bank from September 22nd to 25th to report immediately for testing. Meanwhile, None Bazaar and buildings of Manipur Rural Bank and MDFI have been sealed and declared the area as coronavirus containment zone. In the past 24 hours, a 57-year-old woman died of COVID-19 at the Regional Institute of Medical Sciences, RIMS, Imphal, taking the death toll to 64 in Manipur. The state reported 240 fresh cases of COVID-19 yesterday. A release from COVID-19 Common Control Room said the new cases were detected at various COVID-19 testing centers across the state. It also informed that altogether 79 persons were discharged from COVID care facilities across the state after they tested negative for the disease. The number of active cases in the state is 2,306, while the number of recoveries is 7,681 as of this afternoon. The recovery rate in the state stands at 76.42%. Well, it's time for a short commercial break. Do stay tuned.
Lamdam asigi lawni singmi ahangba lamsingda thabi hauro Mahindra company amadi Holland country gi Hais ZPC company ga punna tissue culture tawraga puthokchaba asengba alu char iramdam asigi laibak le hawa yamna chunaraba alu angangba Lady Rosetta amadi alu angauba karfi joti makhal animak pambiragani supnatagi alu piece amana alu kiji ama hena puthokpa ngamba alu makhalni iramdam asibu sabu ongnaba alu puthoklasi asengba alu char tharsi Sarnaba alu hundok khakna maton thoklaga semba alu chara tharagum si haiba kholao amagaloina sahi ahum sumna chatharakpa mission amagi makhada pujarakpa alu chara singni mipal tangdana iramdam asida alu gi awapa lehelagum si lengsing birau ngasimak Mahindra Tractor Showroom Malong Bazaar Lintoi House Kaksing Bazaar adongi ahangba phum singda alu thabiduna iramdam asida alu gi awapa lehelagum si
kayang kuini yumim chatuna poching asi yonduna leidun se leidana isagi dukan ama hanga nuaina famni su leite nangna phone do metana dum leyo sak thiro chalame
taso tax bio private limited ki office ta satlagane hujikti am line loan thabe yarbane hariba loan sing ado RBI makhada leibe be amadi NBFCS tagi oigani
hoi hoi
adusu lowest interest rate 12% per annum loan sing bagi matam sune Tha kuntra taruk haidi chahi ahum phau piri personal loan amadi business loan gi oidane lupa lak manga phau piri tasaw ne na khangninga dine number sida call tawro ne
piro nang diam khangamina
phone meli sidi
hello
Yamna laiba moongda loan gi khudong chaba lobiningba singna ngasima contact obiro Techbio Private Limited Hyang Thang Takhelambam Konjen opposite Sangai Bazaar contact number 883753323
Sina fare tan badinate ko asengba ꯑꯩꯅ ꯑꯄꯥꯝꯕ ꯗꯔꯀꯥꯔ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯣꯁꯔꯤ ꯑꯥꯏꯇꯦꯝꯁꯤꯡꯗꯣ ꯔꯦꯗ ꯗꯦꯂꯤꯚꯔꯤ ꯑꯦꯞ ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯔꯒ ꯑꯣꯔꯗꯔ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯔ ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯦ ꯆꯥꯅꯤꯡꯕ ꯔꯦꯁꯇꯨꯔꯦꯟꯠꯒꯤ ꯐꯨꯗꯄꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯁꯨ overpay tꯧꯕꯗꯤ ꯂꯥꯏꯔꯗꯅ ꯄꯣꯠ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛ ꯗꯤꯁꯀꯥꯎꯟꯠ ꯄꯤꯕꯒ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯈꯨꯗꯛꯇ ꯏꯅꯥꯛꯇ ꯌꯧꯔꯛꯏꯁꯤꯅꯦ ꯔꯦꯗ ꯗꯦꯂꯤꯚꯔꯤ ꯐꯣꯔ ꯌꯨ
ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯁꯃꯥꯖꯅ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯈꯩ ꯅꯣꯡꯃꯒꯤ ꯆꯪꯗꯕ ꯌꯥꯗ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯄꯣꯠꯁꯛꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯗ ꯃꯦꯗꯤꯀꯦꯜ ꯁꯥꯏꯟꯁꯁꯨ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯤ ꯄꯦꯟꯗꯦꯃꯤꯛ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯏꯄꯤꯗꯦꯃꯤꯛ ꯗꯤꯖꯤꯁ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯐꯥꯎꯕꯗ ꯃꯥꯏꯊꯤꯕ ꯄꯤꯗꯨꯅ ꯂꯥꯛꯂꯤ ꯍꯧꯔꯛꯂꯤꯕ ꯃꯍꯩꯔꯣꯏꯁꯤꯡꯗ ꯇꯨꯡꯒꯤ ꯑꯁꯥꯒ ꯏꯔꯣꯏꯅꯅ UNUNI ꯀꯟꯁꯜꯇꯦꯟꯁꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯚꯦꯠ ꯂꯤꯃꯤꯇꯦꯗꯅ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯑꯦꯕꯣꯔꯗꯇ MBBS ꯇꯝꯅꯤꯡꯕ ꯃꯍꯩꯔꯣꯏꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤ 14 lakhs cashback pibata natana scholarship phangbagi khudong chabasu leiraba mahai tampham sangsingni ngasimag registration tawbiduna khudong chabasi manghan biganu hena akupa marol gidama contact tawbirau UNUNI consultancy private limited uripok polam leikai 7005092567 natraga 7640952247
मियाम की थौगल गिदमक थोंग हंगसरे मियाम गिदमक अहोंग बावाई मलदा अदोम की मथौ ताबा अपाम्बा कमर्शियल व्हीकल अमदे मशीन सिंह वाइबिनबा अखोई की फोन नंबर 9615846446 ता कॉल तौबिरक्तुना टीपर हाइवा एक्सकेवेटर JCB पोकलेन वोल्वो एक्सकेवेटर हाइरिबा सिंह असिदगे अदोम की मथौ ताबा अपाम्बा मशीन सिंह वाइबिबा यारगनी
Welcome back after the break. India's daily COVID-19 cases nudge upwards again with fresh infection crossing 89,000 yesterday, the highest in a week. According to a media report, the daily tally of cases this week has so far stayed well below the numbers recorded last week, pointing to the possibility that the infection was past its peak, but the pandemic continues to surge in several states. The total number of COVID-19 infections in the country crossed the 59 lakh mark to reach 59,03,933. Also, as many as 1,089 new fatalities pushed the death toll to 93,379. At present, India has 9,60,969 active cases, while 48,49,585 people have been treated and discharged, the data released by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare said. The nation's recovery rate has risen to 82.14%, while the COVID-19 case fatality rate was recorded at 1.58%. Globally, as many as 3.24 crore people have been infected, while 9,87,754 have lost their lives. Also, 2.23 crore people have recovered so far. India continues to remain the second worst hit country after the United States, but topped the global chart in terms of virus recoveries, added the report. Troops of Assam Rifles under the aegis of Headquarter IZAR South intercepted a huge narcotics consignment near Moltuk in Chandel district yesterday. Based on a specific intelligence input regarding likely movement of narcotics consignment across Indo-Myanmar border from Myanmar to Chandel district, Assam Rifles troops deployed in Chandel between Parlon and Khuntak villages launched a swift operation in Moltuk area. While carrying out extensive search operation in the forest area around Moltuk village, narcotics items including 670 grams of heroin and 1,24,000 pieces of WY tablets worth rupees 6.4 crore were recovered. The recovered narcotics have been handed over to Chandel police for further disposal and investigation, IZAR South said in a release. A large haul of drugs valued at rupees 5 crore from Manipur was seized in Karbi Anglong district on Friday and 3 people arrested, police said. Acting on a tip-off, a police team led by Deputy Superintendent of Police Nahid Karishma intercepted a Guwahati-bound truck coming from Manipur at a checkpost on Dimapur Manjar Road and recovered the drugs including brown sugar, heroin and Yava tablets from the vehicle as per a report. The drugs, which were in 143 packets, are suspected to be smuggled from Myanmar through Manipur, which shares a 400-kilometer unfenced border with the neighboring country. Police are investigating the case further and testing the drugs in the forensic laboratory. The All Jiribam Muslim Socio-Economics and Cultural Development Organization appealed to the Manipur government to release the compensation money meant for 2016 earthquake-affected people of Jiribam district. Speaking to media persons, Organization Acting General Secretary Mohammad Abdul Rauf mentioned that in January 2016, an earthquake jolted Manipur, destroying many houses and properties in Jiribam. He mentioned that under the IAY Special Project Fund has been sanctioned by the Center to provide financial assistance to earthquake-affected people. However, this fund is yet to reach the beneficiaries of Jiribam. He urged the Chief Minister and Concerned Minister to release the amount at the earliest. He also threatened to launch agitation if the authorities fail to release the fund within 10 days.
Numit tarani gi manungda aikoi beneficiary singi phangpham ado tinaba tawbiu natragadi aikoi democratically akanba agitation tawbagi step loduna leiri.
Wanglembam Gobin, headmaster of Laikon Upper Primary School, Kongbamakha Nandebamlikai, today handed over radio sets fitted with memory cards loaded with 135 episodes of radio classes airing on All India Radio Imphal amid the COVID-19 pandemic to 10 students of Laikon Upper Primary School. The students are from low socio-economic backgrounds. Gobin will further distribute radio sets to 10 more students of the school soon. Gobin has also been distributing study materials, midday meal rice and face masks to his students. Observing the Jananeta Hizam Irawad month, the COVID-19 frontline warriors Kurai Chaithabilairak Machin today organized a social service camp in Kurai area on the Imphal East. Altogether, 30 volunteers of the group took part in the program. Indigenous Manipuri people Hailakandi Assam continued its postcard campaign against Assam government's three-language formula. The campaign was held at Jaribon Khetrilekai. The participants demanded the Assam government to make Manipuri an associate language of Assam.
Assam government asina koi bujam na thavoi bidaba demotion ohelaba mahi masing tamba bhawa koi gi angang sing koi community gi angang sing si hoji masing likpa kaino da thada gi na tamba jar roi ha gi mahi masing tamba dati thodoba kai balitre mare.
14 local clubs and Tentha Gram Panchayat in Wangjing Tentha constituency under Thobal district have jointly formed an All Tentha Coordinating Committee ATCC today. According to our Thobal correspondent, former Minister and CPI Manipur State Council leader Dr. M. Nare administered the oath of office to the newly appointed office bearers of the ATCC at Tentha Multiplex. Activists of Notice Forum for International Solidarity NEFIS yesterday organized a commemoration program on Irabot's death anniversary at Manaching under KB. During the program, the activists remembered Irabot's intensive work for a truly democratic and progressive people's movement in the Notice region and his revolutionary views on creation of a society where different communities coexist with mutual respect. This was informed in a press release from NEFIS. Let's take another short commercial break. Stay tuned.
Admission open for Naurem Birahari College, permanently affiliated to Manipur University and included under UGC Act 1956. Free admission for tourism and hospitality management and various other diploma to degree courses and training programs. And also special classes on Indian stock market for those who want to invest or day trade. Classes for beginners to intermediate and intermediate to advanced level. For details, please contact or WhatsApp 700-509-7748 or visit our website www.nbcollege.ac.in.
Europe Engineering Management PIZ amadi General Course tamningba mahiroi singidamakta scholarship 100% fangbada natana stipend oina 4.2 lakh fangbagi kudongchaba leiraba mahai tamfam singni. Loina na India amadi foreign lebak singda MBBS MD course na chingba kaya masu tamna bagidamak amadi education loan gi khudong sabasu pizari. Hena aku pamorol gidamak contact obiro Forthwith Global Consulting Private Limited, North AOC Cake Group Art Infal. Contact number 6909-374-625.
Al Hayat, the best halal restaurant in Manipur. Miyam na pam na chanariba Al Hayat restaurant gi hauraba mathel khudingmak Red Delivery app ki khuthangda order tobiraktuna yamna laina ahenba charges yaudana isa isa gi yumda thilaknabagi khudong chaba pijari. App asi download tawduna app asi gi khuthangda ngasimak order tawbiyu. Chana thaknaba polam sing khakta natana imung amada nongmar changdraba yadraba grocery item kaya marum suna fanglaba app. Ngasimak download tawbiyu. Red Delivery for you.
Aduk live duo natro Red Delivery Manipur the best delivery service pibado pamba posting kudak to oh nang order me amudi toromni abu nang na saning bar restaurant puching do Red Delivery app season na order sat sida sunate grocery items sing medicine hygiene me amama yam relax da over psu to the market price den nakuta yor to nangi di khangdi ai di yori aduga grocery items ni kauni Red Delivery for you.
Welcome back. Mayang Imphal Kuman Youth Association for the second time today organized a mass testing of COVID-19 for residents of Mayang Imphal, Konchak Mayai Lekai and its surrounding areas declared as COVID-19 containment zones. Association Secretary N. James said COVID-19 testing was done under the guidance of former Mayang Imphal constituency MLA Dr. Khumuzam Ratan Kumar. Social worker Oinam Roman today provided edibles to several households in Singzame constituency declared as COVID-19 containment zones. Volunteers of New Development Organization Singzame Oinam Thingel assisted Roman in distributing the aid to the residents at the doorsteps. Manipur BJP State Council member KH Ibomcha distributed ration and sanitizers to the residents of Phungdongbam Awanglekai and Makhalekai under Lamlai, which are containment zones. Ibomcha also extended monetary help to Phungdongbam COVID-19 task force. The task force appreciated Ibomcha for his help. Ibomcha also assured of extending assistance to the people of Lamlai in future. Owing to incessant rains in the past few days, Assam has witnessed flood for the third time this year. One person died due to the flood. Around 1 lakh people of 155 villages and 6,437 hectares of land in Dhemaji, Lakhimpur, Morigaon, Nagaon, Kampur and West Karbi Anglong have been affected by the flood. The Assam government has set up 25 flood relief camps so far to provide shelter to flood-affected people. Meanwhile, vehicular movement has been completely halted due to landslides in Dhima, Hasao, Karbi Anglong and Kasar. Former Union Minister Jaswant Singh passed away this morning. He was 82. He died in New Delhi after a long spell of illness. The Union Defence Minister took to Twitter to announce Jaswant Singh's death. As per the report, Rajnath Singh expressed shock over Jaswant Singh's death and said that the former BJP leader served the nation in several capacities, including charge of Defence Minister. Deeply pained by the passing away of veteran BJP leader, former Minister Sri Jaswant Singh Ji, he served the nation in several capacities, including the charge of Raksha Mantri. He distinguished himself as an effective minister and parliamentarian. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also expressed grief over Jaswant Singh's death. During Atalji's government, he handled crucial portfolios and left a strong mark in the worlds of finance, defense and external affairs. Saddened by his demise, Modi said Jaswant Singh also served as the Union Finance Minister for the last 2 years in the Atal Bihari Vajpayee-led government from 2002 to 2004. During his tenure as the Finance Minister, Singh introduced the State Value Added Tax VAT. Government of India is open to discuss protection available under 6th schedule of the Constitution to Ladakh, said Sports Minister Kiran Rijiju at a press conference today. He said the delegation has agreed to withdraw their demand to boycott the elections. The People's Movement, a platform representing various politicians, religious and social organizations campaigning for the 6th schedule for Ladakh, had earlier announced a boycott of the upcoming elections to the Ladakh Autonomous Hill Development Council Leh, scheduled for October 16, a report said. This 6th schedule protects tribal populations and provides autonomy to the communities through creation of autonomous development councils which can frame laws on land, public health, agriculture, etc. As of now, 10 autonomous councils exist in Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram. A week after it walked out of the Narendra Modi government, the Shiromani Akali Dal SAD has decided to quit the BJP-led National Democratic Alliance NDA over the 3 farm bills that it says are not in the interest of farmers. The Akali Dal was the oldest ally of the BJP, and the two parties have shared power in Punjab and at the centre for several terms. As per media reports, the Akali Dal's decision to leave the NDA was taken at the party's high-level meeting presided over by Party President Sukhbir Singh Badal yesterday, terming the Modi government's decision to go ahead with the farm bills as a murderous assault on the poor peasantry. Sukhbir Singh Badal said Shiromani Akali Dal decided to pull out of BJP-led NDA alliance because of the centre's stubborn refusal to give statutory legislative guarantees to protect assured marketing of farmers' crops on MSP. Before we wind up, let's have a quick look at the top news headlines once again. Portfolios allocated to 5 new ministers in Manipur. United Committee Manipur appeals for calm after Aimol village violent clash. Bank staff was in known test positive for novel coronavirus. And pastor beaten to death by NSCN IM cadre claims wife. Well, that's all for now. Keep watching Times of Manipur.